Welcome back to the Anarchy Garage, and today I'm going to be carrying on with the E-Type Revenge build and also the subframe section, which is going to amalgamate the two cars together. Now, if you're not familiar with this car, this started out as a render which we found online of an E-Type. We then decided to cut up an 18-month-old F-Type P450 to steal the running gear and engine to go into this car. So the Spaceframe that I'm going to be carrying on with here is actually the kind of amalgamation between the two. So this actually has mounts now to bolt the subframe underneath it. We've got to carry on with the strut towers today, and then this whole section will bolt to the front end of our E-Type. So where I'm going to start today is I'm going to try and find a kind of paint tin or some kind of measurement which will go over the strut tower of the F-Type strut. Then I'm going to make it in steel, in a nice thick gauge of steel that I've managed to get, and then I'll be bolting it on to my measuring cup here before welding it on to the front part of my Spaceframe. Okay, so a little bit of mocking up on this front end. Now, I will be very upfront. My plan with this was to kind of box frame this using the same materials I have at the bottom. Mainly to keep it simple, but also just because I thought it would tie in very well with these kind of 45-degree structures. Now, the big thing that has completely changed my plan here is the height that it's going to put on the top of the strut. So one of the main things and part of this project is, based on the render, this car needs to sit really low. So I cannot jeopardise a single inch above the strut towers. The strut towers are one of the highest parts of the kind of front subframe structure. So what I need to do is reduce that somehow. Now, this is where the game plan has changed. So I've actually got these left over. Now, these were pre-bent for Anarchy Stang, and this is how I actually built the front legs underneath Anarchy Stang. So these are already done at a 45-degree bend, and these basically, my plan is to cut these off so these will meet where the strut tops will go to. I will then build a cup which will weld onto the end of these and then use a continuation straight bar out the back. The reason for this is this is going to look a lot smarter just being in a round tube and also a CDS tube, and also it keeps the height really low, and it is all about keeping the height low on this front end. So very lucky that I'd actually got these already to save me going out hunting for them right now. So the plan is start to mock these tubes up, make sure they are perfect side to side and both meet up with the strut towers in the same way.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness.
So it's finally off the ground. The Spaceframe has now risen from the chassis rails. So I've got these first two tubes in, which now mount up towards my strut towers. So the next thing will be to actually build the strut towers onto the end of these tubes, which then the tubes will continue out of the back as well.
To move on to be what I want, I'll keep dreaming.
Okay, so here is my F-Type engine. You will have seen that we removed this out of the F-Type in a previous episode, and this has done no mileage at all. So what I'm going to be doing today is measuring out the strut towers. So first of all, I'm going to measure across the strut tower here, and then find something round, possibly a paint can, of a similar circumference. What I'll do then is mark it out on my nice thick gauge of steel. It's kind of chassis plate thickness, so I'll be able to draw that out, cut it out of the steel, and then I've got my first top plate to build from. Okay, so that is my strut top mount done. So these are now in really big, thick plate. They are absolutely rock solid. They will get refinished afterwards, but they are pretty close as it is. So what I'll do now is I'll get all my measurements for the top of the strut tower, drill it out. I've got to cut a big hole in the middle as well for the centre of the actual strut to come through. Then I'll line them up on the bolt holes that are on my little measuring stick here. Once they're in place, I can tap them onto the first bar. Then I will build the second bar on the other side of it as well. So I think you'll agree they look absolutely banging. I've also left this little gap on here as well. So when these go on, there's still structure to come down to actually go onto the top wishbone. So when I do that, it will come off the gap that I've left there as well. So it'll be nice and round in the middle and then the gap just on the outside. That'll enable me to actually put either some flat plate on here or actually build straight down on it for those mounts as well. Shock towers are now tacked in place on my Spaceframe, and this is just a massive stage to get to for this project. Because if you think about how far we've come, the subframe could actually bolt underneath this now, and the shockers will locate in here at the perfect angle. Now, to show you how bang on this is, these bolts are dropping in and out of the measuring plate that we made earlier. So that means that this is the right angle, all the bolt holes are in the right place, and everything is bang on true. And when I've checked the measurements across, everything is perfect back to the F-type. So, massive stage to get to. I can't actually weld these all the way in today though, because if you've ever welded, I've run out of gas at that crucial moment. So, the plan for the rest of the day is to carry on building my Spaceframe out the back. So I've got some more tube down there. I'm going to carry on measuring and get the next few tubes cut and tacked in place while I haven't got any gas. So, let's carry on building this thing. Great progress on the Spaceframe today then, and I've managed to get these tubes coming out to the back, which is where it will join on to the bulkhead of the E-type, and also I've got my 45-degree tubes coming up here as well. Now that's meant there's loads of triangulation coming up to this point here, so this is now the strongest point of the Spaceframe. That being said, what needs to happen next is I need to build onto the upper wishbone mounts. So these are still my measurements here, so I'm going to build some big thick plates to come down from the tubes to actually hold the wishbones in place. Then I can get rid of my measuring stick, and then I'll clean all of the welds up and make sure everything is bang on. So I'm back outside on the F-type at the moment, and I'm using my jigs back in the suspension towers of this. One, to check the measurements out, but also I've got two more mounts to make on each side, and I can line everything up, drop the bolts back in, and it can be absolutely perfect. Okay, so where I have now got to is my upper mounts are all tacked in place for my space frame. So that now means that I'm going to check the measurements one final time, and on the next episode we're going to be putting the engine into this space frame for the very first time. That is just so cool. So I hope you've enjoyed the build process of my space frame and how I've jigged it out and measured it from the original car. But for now, that is the end of this episode. Thank you for watching the Anarchy Garage. See you next time.